A book, 50 classic Hindi songs, some questions, and many answers, Part 4. When in your view did the defining era for Hindi film music begin? Who and what were the major catalysts? Each era came with its own flavor. The 1930s and the 1940s were more in the mold of somber songs. Rayachand Boral, Pankaj Kumar Malik, Khemchand Prakash, Anil Biswas brought in lots of folk and classical music. Husanlal Bhagatram were the masters of Punjabi melodies, as was Naushad, who fused up folk with Indian classical music. C. Ramachandra was an instinctive composer, and his melodies were very fresh even when he blended Indian music and Western genres. S. D. Burman came with his repository of Bengali folk and Rabindra Sangeet. He was perhaps the greatest singer among the old masters. However, the first defining era I think is the 1950s. Shankar Jaikishan changed the landscape. Their melody was light, and their arrangement trendy. They could also handle large orchestras and could create a big sound without being noisy. They influenced an entire generation of composers. O.P. Nayyar had a style which was very different from any other composer of his time or any other time. Madan Mohan tasted little commercial success, but is one of the most revered composers even today. 40 years after he left us, his tunes were very intense, and could create a deep feeling of tearful craving. Salil Chowdhury was the composer's composer. I don't think there will ever be another like him. His knowledge of Indian melody and Western classical-based arrangement is still unparalleled in Indian film music. Roshan fiddled with lots of classical music, but came out with soft, simple, and hummable tunes. Sajid Husain's songs make you feel that he was a thoroughbred perfectionist. Jadaf and Khayyam had a distinctive style, which they could maintain through 3 decades. Film music evolved during the 1950s. The next defining time was the coming home of R.D. Burman. He redefined sound. And A.R. Rahman, with his electronic sound, could be the catalyst of our times. BV, it is impossible to pick 1, 2 or even 3 catalysts. Every era has set a new level. The inconclusiveness is what makes for interesting debates. One more pitcher of beer, please.